Today I want to give you a quick walk around of this Mitsubishi Triton show truck, which is the headline of Mitsubishi's booth at the Motor Expo. And you can see here the big Triton sign. Mitsubishi go absolutely overboard to promote the Triton at the Motor Expo because that's their bread and butter model. That's the one where they make the money from selling it, the one with the big margins, and their volumes come from the Triton. So to jazz it up, they always bring a show truck that they put quite a lot of effort into the design. On top of that, Mitsubishi have a new Triton, a facelift to the long-running pickup that they sell here, and they've really tried to make it more aggressive and stronger. Triton's always been a quirky one. It's had a small, hardcore following, but it's never really broken into the big time. And I think with this generation, Mitsubishi can be a bit more ambitious and break out of their niche, tackle the bigger market. Really, the big, strong, pumped up pickup started here about 10, 12 years ago when Ford pulled their Ranger out of the bag and reshaped the market. Until then, the Japanese brands have just been cruising it. Now they really have to come up with a strong truck, and this is pretty strong. And let's have a quick walk around this and show you what's going on. Now, with the new Mitsubishi, it's got this big, massive grille piece on the front, but to be honest, it looks a bit cheap and a bit flimsy. It's not fantastic close up, but not in this case. Once you drop that into a carbon fiber, it looks absolutely aggressive, and you've got these hexagonal cutouts in here in a piano black, which really sets it off well, and the Mitsubishi badge as usual put into the top of it. Then we get down here to this big spoiler on the front, and again we've got these piano black style cutouts on it, and we've got a really deep like splitter section, and I like these posts here. They're really racing style on a race car. With your splitter, you put these posts to stop it getting knocked off, to support it from flexing too much. They've been designed nicely with their own like cutout section here and little bezel that it goes in. So that looks pretty good. And then if we look around the side, you can see this piece is curved in, and it curves into a carbon fiber air intake to feed air round here and onto the brakes and cool things down there. And we've got another small air intake here, which is actually molded into the side wheel arch trim. So that looks pretty good. Again, the lights look nice, and we've got this small light here on the bottom. And I also like the way they got these gold stripes as well. It kind of feels like an Aero diagram or something, the way they curve around. So then if we look at the side wheel arch molding, the actual lower piece here, they've done it in a carbon fiber section. If we just look at the production truck there, you can see it's all just a big, hard, cheap plastic. But by putting this carbon fiber section in, that looks really good. It gives it a real strong effect. And these 5 air exits as well in a carbon fiber effect with a mesh behind them gives it this racing feel. Now, if we look at the wheels, it's got Advan GT racing wheels in gold. Now that's a quality Japanese wheel. That gives the right street racing effect. 20 inch, and it's running on 255/40 Advan tires. So again, we've got a proper performance tire onto it. And inside there, we've got a big caliper, which looks like a 4-pot. And we've got cross-drilled discs and bells as well. So that's the full racing setup there as well. So that gives a real good effect. Now, I just come down the side here, and we've got a big, massive skirt, and this thing is absolutely low. It is almost down to the ground. But here we've got a barge board, so we've got like racing aerodynamics. The airflow comes through this barge board, and you can see it, the way it'll come down this skirt. And then this whole barge board comes into a carbon fiber lip trim right the full length of the skirt. And again, you've got quite a big step here where the door comes in. This steps out, so that's really, really strong. And it's almost right on the ground. So it comes back here, and we've got this flow out to the wheels. And again, with the rear wheel arch cover, we've got the same as the front. They've put a carbon fiber insert into the lower section, differentiating it from the production one. And again, we've got this effect of these 5 events coming out. Again, we've got the Advan wheels and tires, but we've got the stock drums on the back here. Then finally, we've got another bargeboard style effect where the airflow comes through here, and this big plastic composite bumper is really huge and strong, and this is like overlaid onto the end, and this overlay goes round the lip here, and this is really big and meaty. And then on the back here, we've got this big carbon fiber diffuser racing style. And you can see, I like this red light in the middle. It's like the rain light on a Formula One car or a sports car in the middle. So you've got this big carbon fiber diffuser. Then we've got a couple of ducktails to round it all off. We've got this big lip ducktail sticking out, maybe like 10 centimeters, something like that, comes out. That's a strong effect. And then off the back of the cabin to feed the airflow, we've got this huge ducktail style, which is actually split in the middle into two sections. That all looks really strong. Then to add all that, they've got this wrapped like grey silver effect that's nice. And the unpainted plastic on the bumper looks good. So it's a very, very strong truck. This is going to pull punters into the booth, and then the sales staff have got to sell them that.